What's going on, guys? Another video for you today. I just realized that, I was recording for like 15 minutes and it didn't actually record. So here we are again. Before I got into the trades, I was talking a bit about the channel. I was talking a bit about my trading. So if you guys are not here for that, if you just want to see the live trading, fast forward to the spot where this isn't on the screen anymore. That's where I'm going to go through it. So first off, I think we actually touched 1300, and then we came back down. We consolidated. So just smash it, please smash it. Let's just get right over. I'm sick of. Oh, look at that. See, someone must have heard me while I was recording this, because now we're up 1. So let's just get right over that. Let's just burst through. That'd be sick. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for doing all the stuff. The Discord, talking to me. All of it. I enjoy every bit of it. So with that out of the way, let's talk a bit about my trading. So I had a big loss yesterday on a stock from a mistake that I keep doing over and over and over. Well, it was kind of a combination of mistakes. I buy into support, or I buy into resistance with way too much size, or I add into resistance with way too much size instead of taking some off. Usually I'm good with it, right? And usually I don't do that, but when I don't, I get completely screwed. So I've moved from stocks to options before, and I think you guys, if you've been around for a while, you remember that. That was last August, I think. And it was to try to find some consistency. I paid for a room, and it was smash the bids room. Sorry, I had to just close the rest of my position here. I'm short the SPY with puts, and it's just going up and up, so I just cut my loss at 60 bucks. So the reason I went to options was to try to find more consistency in trading, because I was having good wins, not great wins. I was having good wins, okay wins, and like absolutely atrocious losses, like disgusting losses, like like weeks and weeks and weeks of consistency, and then wiping out literally all of it or most of it with one day or even one trade. So I was learning a lot about risk management, about better entries, better exits, actually looking at the chart, but mostly entries, exits, and management. So options taught me that your entries are just of utmost importance, because they can swing 10, 20, 30% and still be kind of viable, and then work out to go up 100, 200, 300%. So as I switch back to stocks, I think you guys saw that my entries got a lot better, especially over the past couple months. My entries are, for the most part, like pretty frickin' pinpoint. Like there's some really, really good looking charts in here. Where's a good example of one? I've been going over all my charts. So for SBOT the other day, I'm starting to just absolutely frickin' nail these entries. Like, I did have a bad ad up in here, but buying on this support, selling, and then my exits, I'm selling right on this resistance, and then I'm just selling at the 250 the break. I'm re-adding right on support. Like, I'm killing it until I don't. Until I do stuff like, let me just find another one for just a random one that comes up here. Just, why am I not buying on support? Why am I not buying here? Right? Why am I not buying here? Like, why am I buying here? There's no level here. There's no level here, and then I'm selling on support. And yes, this trade ended up not working out, but it doesn't matter. The point is that I'm not buying on support. I'm buying up here. Why am I buying up there? So options really, really taught me, like, to try and pinpoint the entry. And when I brought that back to stocks from options, you guys saw I started doing really well. My entries, exits started really well. And I like the way that stocks feel. I like trading shares. I like trading the underlying. I don't like trading options that are way too swingy. You can... they're less trend trading, and they're more just like hop onto the derivative and ride the underlying. So the reason I like futures is it's kind of the best of both. You get the massive leverage that's inherent with them, and you can trade stuff like the SPY that trends really well and respects levels really well, and you get the massive leverage and can make some good money off of very small moves. So like today I was within a 0.15 or 0.2% range on the SPY, and yet I'm making hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a mini or a micro contract. So that's just what leverage does. So I'm torn. I'm torn on, do I stay with stocks? Do I trade options? Do I trade futures? You know, I really like futures and I really like stocks. So I think I'm going to do that, and I think I'm going to do both. I feel like I'm spreading myself out too much, or maybe I'm not, and I'm just upset from yesterday's loss. It just feels like I'm not obeying what I've heard before, and that's trade less, find your niche, and trade bigger, right? Like I don't want to stay in penny stock land forever exclusively and make these stupid scalps like for the rest of my life. I don't want to just scalp. I want to size up. I want to find better products to trade. I want to just improve. I don't want to get stuck in this rut that I feel like I'm in. And yes, I'm profitable. I'm making money, at least for the past, you know, since I restarted this channel again. Who knows what's going to happen in the future, but so far I'm doing well and I'm finding success. I just excuse me. I feel like I'm just in this rut of some sort. And again, maybe it's just the loss from yesterday. It's kind of tripping me out. But I need to reinforce my discipline. I need to follow my plan more. I shouldn't have a chart that looks like this. Like, I shouldn't be buying here. You know, I shouldn't be buying here. I shouldn't be buying anywhere in here. I just did it because I thought that this could squeeze. And it could have. But then it didn't. So, I don't know. I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on my entries, focus on my exits. Focus on trading less. I don't want to trade any bigger yet. I want to find more consistency by trading less and over trading less. I think that's key. So, CTRM here. You know, I took this stupid trade. I'm already down $50. And then I take my opening range breakout trade. I actually didn't mean to take 600 shares, even though that's okay size. I meant to only take 300, but I took 600, and you know, because of that, I was selling early. I sold at $9. I only sold 100 of the last half up here rather than most of it, because that's the trade right there, is the opening range breakout. But you know, and it comes back down, and I'm stopping out on support. Actually, this was a good stop out because, you know, the trade happened and I don't want to be stuck for the drop. So I'm rebuying with only 100 shares on the right level. So I should be buying more. I don't know why I'm only buying 100 shares for my actual setup. Again, stopping out on support and then rebuying higher and trying to scalp the move with more shares. Like, I'm just trading like an idiot. Why am I buying in here? This is resistance. You know, we keep rejecting 848, 850. This is not confirmation. Like, this here is VWAP. It's resistance. It's this resistance line here after a giant dump. And here I am going in, trying to catch this with 1,000 shares. I'm trying to catch the knife with 1,000 shares. And this is probably the only acceptable buy that I've seen since, you know, right here. That was an okay buy. A little bit riskier, but, you know, we're on support. If we break through, I can just sell it, and that's fine. there's still a valid opportunity to make money in this squeeze here. I just had my sell a little bit too high, and I never ended up getting filled. I was just off, you know. I should have used these levels more. This kind of, whatever, right? Like, I think we can all see the mistakes that I'm making here. And it's the same mistakes I always make. I go in too big after not going in big enough for the actual setup, and then buying into resistance, and then selling into support. Literally buying high and selling low. I keep doing it. And again, yes, I'm making money because, like, I guess I'm skilled enough in the other areas to make more money and lose less overall on these setups when they don't work out. And I knew, at least again, I had the intuition here to see that, okay, we've broken out and we've kind of come back down. This is the perfect opportunity for shorts to stuff this. So I moved my stop up here to break even. I still wanted to give it some room, but as we see here, boom, it's just dropping, and I stop out. That was beautiful. That idea, that exit, was good because I did not want to suffer through this. This is exactly the time that something like this would happen. So this was really good. Great trade. I guess. I don't know. You know, I made $50, but if I had just even followed my plan here with 100 shares, I would have made $80, $90 instead of like 600 shares and only making $50. It's just, it shows that I'm not really progressing with those tiny mistakes that I'm making. So I hop over to the futures. I have a level here at the open. Let me see here. It was the 277-ish level on the SPY, so I'm shorting it, and I do the same thing again. I have my stop so close, or maybe my size was just too big because this is an acceptable loss. I had my stop so close that I just get stopped out, and I take the exact same trade again. I do this, and I keep doing it, and I need to find a way to stop doing it because it's holding me back. It is. Of course it is. You know, and then the trade comes up, and I'm adding because I'm seeing, you know, that we're coming up into a level, heavy resistance. The 277 level is right here, and then the trade works out. You know, we come back down. I'm not selling early. I'm not falling victim to any more trading errors. I already have a hard cover in, and that hard cover gets triggered, and I'm covering more manually because I see that we're catching support, because my initial plan was to long off of this level. So for my big trade idea, I only took 10 contracts instead of 20. So I'm just making all these little errors. And yes, I do add here, but I'm making all these little errors that I have to fix. And I don't want to ramble for too long. I just want to show you guys some of the things I'm doing. I wanted to show you the CTRM trade. And what is that noise? That noise is tripping me out. So it's just, I gotta be a little more disciplined and have patience for my entries, right? My exits are really good. So my entries, this was a great entry. I don't do this on stocks. I don't know why. I make so many more errors on stocks. I'm having this like quarter life crisis about what I want to trade again, and I hate when this happens because I can't get past it until I have like a decision in my head. So I have to figure that out. I'd love to hear what you guys think about like trading small caps or trading stocks between 2 to 5 or 5 to 10. Maybe I should just stop with the whole 5 to 10 thing because I don't really do well with those compared to 2 to 5. I do really, really well with those. I do really well with futures. I love the trend trading. I love the leverage. And then this trade eventually worked out. So again, I'm playing off of the 276.40-ish level on the SPY. And as it breaks through, you know, I do that thing where I stop out and then I just retake the trade. So I really gotta stop doing that. The trade ends up working out. I'm selling at the key level of 277, just half the contracts, because if it's going to reverse here and head lower. So I wanted to lock a little bit in, and then I let the rest run up towards the pre-market highs here. So that was all good. I didn't end up holding a piece, which I should have, because as you can see here, we ended up running like all the way up to this level, and then even almost all the way up to this level. So a couple things I have to work on, but I'm doing pretty well. I took puts in here, and I also took puts right here. So each of those, I'm cutting the losses at a very, very good spot. $100 here on this one. I won't wait for the chart to load. And for the other one, 66 bucks. So with that, CTRM futures, I'm up over 300 bucks, which is really good, but I'm having these problems. I'm thinking about these things, and I'm trying to improve my mistakes, and I keep making some of the same mistakes time and time again. And I didn't even take this dip buy right here, which was a beautiful dip buy. So that's kind of what I'm going through. I hope you guys learned something from that. Please let me know below if you did. If you didn't, what you think, again, of like the whole small cap market, futures, options, whatever it is. Let me know. Thank you guys. We will see you tomorrow.